Yo, what's up guys? In this video we're going to talk about something a little bit different. There has been some news that has come out that says that Ghislaine Maxwell, I don't know if I'm saying her name right, is a moderator, a power mod of some very popular subreddits. And if this is true, and it seems to be true, and we'll go over the evidence as to why it's true, or why I believe it's true, why it looks to be true, then the implications are that this person who did some really bad stuff, allegedly, right? Not proven yet, but like, come on. Did some really bad stuff, knows some really bad people, is very heavily invested in pushing a certain narrative on social media that is very similar to the narrative that we see on the mainstream media. So the reason I'm making this video right now is because, and I'll get into this in a second, but mainly, I haven't been talking about this Jeffrey Epstein, Maxwell, Jizzlaine Maxwell stuff. I haven't been talking about that. I don't really care about it. But if you see that somebody is pushing the same narrative as some other people who are pushing a narrative, and these other people have other interests, then you would assume that this person also has those interests. So it's like you identify that a lot of people are on the same side, kind of. So anyway, the reason I've been making this video is because I've been making all these coronavirus videos, and as you know, the mainstream media is pushing this fucking coronavirus narrative hard, pushing the pandemic narrative super hard. Also on social media, and especially on Reddit. I've mentioned that before, how Reddit has completely lost all credibility because of power mods like this who control very popular subreddits, and I believe will use a lot of proxy, fake accounts, botted accounts, or shill accounts to boost visibility of certain topics and reduce visibility of countering viewpoints. And if you guys do not know this also, about a week ago, a lot of subreddits were banned, including the Donald, which is the Donald Trump subreddit. And also the CEO of Reddit, longtime CEO, this guy was one of the founders, Spez, stepped down last month. He not retired, he resigned. There we go. So anyway, there's a lot of stuff going on here at once, and honestly, like, I'm gonna come out and say it right now. Please don't assassinate me, CIA. Like, just talk to me first, I'll stop. But I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it now. I would not be surprised if all of this coronavirus shit is designed to create a lot of noise to cover up what's happening with Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Would not be surprised. But we'll go over that in a second. For now, let's just look at the evidence of this, right? So I've got this post right here, and I'll link to it. maxwellhill, the Reddit account with the 8th most link karma of all time. Power mod of front page subs. First account to reach 1 million karma is/was operated by Ghislaine Maxwell. So for those of you who don't use Reddit, Reddit is basically it's like an aggregator of websites, right? So like, not an aggregator, it's a news aggregator, right? It's basically like a forum of forums, so to speak. You have Reddit, which is like a newspaper, let's say, and then you have subreddits, which are categories, and they're based on different interests. So one of these subreddits, World News, has like 20 million people subscribed to it. Technology, also very popular. So here's the evidence, right? This person, Maxwell Hill, posts every day for 14 years up until Ghislaine Maxwell's arrest. So they stopped posting when she got arrested. Gaps in posting line up with Maxwell's mother's death, right? And there's proof here in the Kleiner Perkins party where Ellen K. Powell reported seeing Maxwell. So this person, Ellen K. Powell, if you guys don't know about this might be the image. My internet's not great, but anyway, this person, Ellen K. Powell, posted that she saw, what's her name, Ghislaine, at a party, and that, like, she's like, we knew, what does it say here? We knew about her supplying underage girls for sex, but I guess that was fine with the quote-unquote cool people who managed the tightly controlled guest list. Interesting. Goes around correcting the age of consent in various countries, and there's some proof of that here. Posts articles about why we should legalize child exploitation material. Gripes about, quote, overzealous child protection laws. Accused of corruption, auto-deleting mentions of their own account and a select few others. Here's a scrape of their deleted, removed comments. So, interestingly enough, this thread has been up for about a day. After this kind of like went viral on the internet and started getting picked up by major media outlets, or like even fringe media outlets, somebody started deleting a lot of these comments. Right now, everything has been archived. Like as soon as this went up, everything got archived immediately, and I'll link to those archives as well. Oh, and here's the full comment archive as well. So it's right there. I guess you can watch it here if you want, or look at it here. So anyway, there's a lot of interesting information here, and somebody sent me this link, and I was like, okay, well, if this is being talked about so openly on Reddit, I can only imagine what's being talked about on 4chan. So this is 4chan. This is the politically incorrect board, I guess. So 4chan is similar to Reddit, except that it's anonymous. There are no usernames on 4chan, so anybody can just go and post whatever they want without any like fear of like ruining their reputation online, so to speak. So the benefit of a forum like this, of a website like this, is that people can say whatever they want without being labeled a Nazi. You can call somebody out. If somebody presents an argument that is like a little bit shaky, and you call them out on Reddit, and you're like, "Why are you such a fucking shill, dude? Like, what's wrong? Why are you?" You can use more juvenile arguments against them that you would use in a normal conversation, where if you use them in like an official social media context, then it looks a little bit bad, and you'll kind of like ruin your reputation, so to speak, online, which people obviously don't want to do. But on Poll, you don't have any of those problems. So this is one of the threads, and there's a lot of these threads on Poll right now. A lot of misinformation on Poll as well, by the way. And I don't like Poll. I think it's there's a lot of stuff on here that I don't like. I think it's a little too racist, and a lot of anti-Semitic stuff as well, which like, I'm able to look past that and try and dig out any sort of nuggets of actual information like this, for example. So I don't think you should throw the baby out with the bathwater. Now, this is a screenshot of somebody who contacted a mod, doesn't say which mod, of World News. Hi, there's a conspiracy going around that Maxwell Hill is Jeff Epstein's girlfriend. That account has been inactive coincidentally since Miss Maxwell got arrested. I'm wondering if any of you mods has had any correspondence with her lately, since that would debunk this conspiracy. We have, and it's not true. This is a message from a mod. We have, and it's not true. Reddit has also corresponded with the less scrupulous media outlets pushing this story to indicate that it's unsubstantiated. That is not okay. So that they're basically saying it's not true, but not offering any proof. And that's really the problem here, is that like nobody is offering any proof that it's not true. They're just saying, oh my God, how can you believe that? It's all these like straw man arguments, like, well, not straw man. They're all like fallacial. A lot of fallacies in the counter arguments. Like, I saw a thread in the Epstein subreddit that said, like, if you believe this, you'll totally discredit everything about Jeffrey Epstein. Another one is like, oh my God, take off your tinfoil hat and go outside. Or like, why are you such a basement dweller? There are all of these like, so all of the arguments basically, they don't attack the actual evidence, right? For example, where is this Maxwell Hill? Why haven't they come out and posted anything? Why are all of their comments being deleted? Why don't they just come out and say, here, no, this is me? Why don't they post a picture with their face and a timestamp? Why are they inactive? Like, there's no counter arguments to that. So like none of those points are being countered, which means that theoretically they're still valid in terms of supporting the eventual or the purported conclusion, which is that this is the same person. So anyway, this is a very good summary of all of the evidence. And this is one of the things, like, they call this weaponized autism on 4chan, right? Where you have so many people, you have kind of the wisdom of the crowd that are all working. I'm fucking spitting everywhere. You have the wisdom of the crowd that's all working towards a single goal, right? And you have all of these people, and 4chan is populated by very intelligent people, extremely intelligent, right? They act really stupid because you're anonymous. You can kind of get away with saying whatever you want. But a lot of the people that use the site are extremely intelligent, very insightful. And when you, the reason is that when you can strip away all of the social niceties that are required in like face-to-face conversation or traditional social media where you have usernames, when you strip that away, you're able to call people out on their bullshit effectively and put them in their place. And people like the media, for example, they're completely unprepared to deal with that, right? Because their whole thing is virtue signaling. There is no virtue signaling on 4chan at all. Right, and if there is virtue signaling, it gets called out in a second because people, they actually are interested in the truth. Anyway, here's a very good list of everything that they have. Accused of corruption, auto-deleting mentions of their own account and a few select others. Breaks in Maxwell Hill's posting lineup with the date of Madeleine McCann's disappearance. I don't know who that is. Scrape of their deleted, removed comments. Full comment archive. A anutensil. This is an anagram for Anne Sluti. I don't know who that is. Maybe that's her like friend or something. Let's see here. So anyway, there's a lot of information here. They're saying that Maxwell Hill is a British guy who lives in Malaysia. Meanwhile, this guy has no other social media accounts. Another thing is that here's more evidence, right? What's another one? Epstein's suicide gaps. She's not posting then. Gaps in posting line up with Maxwell's mother's death. Posts every day nearly for 14 years until she gets arrested. That's the most suspect one. It's like, why did you stop posting? You're a fucking power mod of some of the most important forums on Reddit. You know, you post every day, all day for 14 years, and then all of a sudden you stop posting when this person gets arrested. How do you explain that? Pretty tough to explain. Now, I looked at one of these and I saw something that said, which one was it? I don't remember which one it was, but something said here that this woman, Ghislaine Maxwell, is like a leader in content creation, right? So that also lines up because this person, the mod, Maxwell Hill, posts a lot of content, you know? And like, I don't want to get into the whole conspiracy, like, is it the Mossad? Because this person, Maxwell, or Ghislaine Maxwell, her dad was in the Mossad. It's a little suspect, really. Kind of embarrassed to say that, but her dad was in the Mossad. It's possible she's in the Mossad also. It's totally fucked up, man. Anyway, the whole reason I'm even making this video, like I said earlier, is because if you have the media, right, the actual mainstream media that's pushing a certain narrative hard, right, they push the like anti-Trump, liberal, left talking points, like they push that shit hard. It's obvious that that's what they push, right? I'm not, you know, I'm just like looking at this as like an impartial observer, right? They push that shit hard. They also push a lot of other shit really hard. So when you have people who are on the same team pushing one agenda, it's plausible that they're also pushing the other agenda together, but for what purpose, right? And I speculated earlier that it's possible that the purpose was to cover this up. Because if you look at the threads on Reddit, like go to the thread on here, and even though there's a lot of evidence, you know, that seems pretty plausible that I went over right now, and you guys can look up all this stuff on your own. There's a lot of evidence that says that this is the same person. Every top comment is like, well, you know, it's probably not. Like, it seems kind of crazy that would be the case, and it's probably not. So, like, let's not talk about it anymore, right? So, like, nobody agrees with this, really? Actually, nobody agrees with this? Like, who are these people? So, anyway, what I said is, like, not only, because now I would say that it's safe to assume that, like, the Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein people are on the same side as the liberal media. So, like, who else is on that side is kind of what I want to know. So, like, it's the coronavirus, fucking COVID-19, fake pandemic, you know, this shit that's happening with Epstein, like it's all connected, right? I'm kind of like, I look around when I say that, I'm kind of scared, but I really think it's all connected, and it's super fucked up. Because, like, what the fuck, man? Like, you really need to do all this shit? Like, can't you just fuck girls that are over 18? Like, is that really so hard for you, fucking politicians? Like, wait till she turns 18 and then fucking hit her up. Invite her to your fucking celebrity sex party. Like, is it really that hard? You need to shut down the whole world so you can fuck a 16-year-old? Like, really? What the fuck, man? It's fucking stupid. Anyway, just wanted to make this quick video. Hopefully I don't get killed by the CIA anytime soon. Tell me what you think about that. I'll leave the links in the description of this video. Peace.